one of the best bang for buck for any camera ever made, and I make this statement very consciously, one of the best bang for buck for any camera ever made is the Fujifilm X-T3. In my view, the Fuji X-T3 is one rare ageless camera that will go in the history of cameras as a legend and as one of the greatest ever produced, with an enormously long lifespan comparable only to, in my mind, three other cameras: the Nikon D750, which is still in production today, the Sony A7 III, and the Canon 5D Mark II. These four cameras are made of legendary stuff, and Fuji X-T3 belongs very well to this group of strong full-frame bodies that I find astonishing. So, should you get the X-T3 in 2022? Let me give you a realistic, relatable approach to understand this, because it's a well-earned money that you'll be spending on this. First, let's look at the price to value ratio. It's a great deal. The X-T3 today is less than $1,000, and if you buy it used, you can get it for about $800, which is mind-boggling. Basically, what you have to be ready to pay is money equivalent to the cost of an entry-level camera like the Canon R10 today, or the Nikon Z50, etc., or even the Sony 6100. But the X-T3 far exceeds their capabilities. I mean, they're not even in the same league. So now let's simplify what you're getting out of the X-T3. To begin with, 4K 60 10-bit internal. That's how to get in a brand new A7 IV for $2,500 today. I'm just setting the context. But the Sony has rolling shutter issue, which the X-T3, a 2018 produced, doesn't have. You get 11 frames per second in burst mode with the mechanical shutter and 20 frames per second with the electronic shutter. Can you believe that? You get beautiful picture profiles like Eterna and Classic Chrome, and you can make 7 film recipes of your own and save them as you like them. Fujifilm's film look is a real deal. That itself is a reason to buy the X-T3. You get an unparalleled user experience, an unmatched photographic experience with the X-T3. Remember, the X-T3 is many street photographers' favorite camera. The 3-well tilt screen that you have on the X-T3 is just right for all sort of photographic jobs. There are so many custom buttons all over the body of this camera that you will never have to go inside the menu to look for an important function. And that's on top of having a lot of tactile dials all over the body of this camera, and the AF, MF, I don't know if you can see this, the autofocus, manual focus, and continuous focus lever here at the front. Heck, even the screen touch swipes can be customized with specific functions. You get a high quality shutter that will survive the test of time. It will survive for at least 300,000 clicks without any problem, and I say that from experience. The build quality of the X-T3 is one of Fuji's best. It is better built than the X-T cameras before the X-T3 and whatever has come after the X-T3. Believe me on this. So this camera will survive, and you get a camera that Fujifilm continues to support till today. The X-T3 got its latest firmware update just a few days back. So this is a well supported camera because the X-T3 has a massive fan following, and it is one of Fuji's most sold cameras ever. It has 2 problems that you might need to be aware of. It uses a smaller battery which can run out of juice after about 500 clicks or so. So maybe in a day of shooting you will need 2 of these batteries, but you can always buy one extra battery, right? You can always get an extra battery. You can also get a vertical grip for the X-T3, unlike the X-T5. And the X-T3 does not have, and this is the other thing, the X-T3 does not have IBIS, or in-body image stabilizer. But in my experience, a crop sensor camera registers less shake because the shutter takes less time to cover the smaller than full frame sensor. I mean, I have never ended up losing a photo because of shake on the X-T3. Also, the shutter is smooth and quiet, and that helps in ensuring that there is less shock to the body when you're taking a shot. Lastly, I think the 26 megapixel sensor is a very good sensor that captures very good low light information with plenty of dynamic range and particularly surprising detail in the bright highlight areas of an image. And I have seen the X-T3 perform better in highlight recovery than some of my Nikon cameras. All in all, you just cannot go wrong with the X-T3. Whether you're a travel photographer, a professional photographer, a filmmaker, a content creator, or a beginner photographer, it is a tremendous value with state-of-the-art tech in a camera that you can get for an old camera price. It's great, or a beginner camera price, an entry-level camera price. It's crazy incredible. So if you have an X-T3, just do not sell it. And if you're looking for an X-T3, just go and get it. Go and get a good deal. I'm going to see you very soon with another one.